right, what's good, man? Let's get into it. I know, because I did videos on Ja. You know what I'm saying? I did a lot of videos on Ja. I defended Ja during the whole suspension thing, which I still stand by. I still think it's dumb that they suspended him for something off the court. Especially when he was out of the playoffs. And, I've, said Ja is one of my favorite players to watch, which he is. No question about it. But I gotta make this video because for some reason, NBA fans think Morant is Gilbert Arenas or something. Well, he's not. He's not built like that, bro. Morant ain't built like that. I'm sorry. He not built like that. The dude's name is Demetrius or something like that. Dude he grew up in a private school. He's not built like that. Listen, I don't care. I don't care what dreads he got. I don't care what tattoos he has. I don't care what guns he shows off in his Instagram lives. I don't care who he hang out with. He ain't built like that. Y'all acting like this dude was Boogie Cousins or John Wall or who else can I think of? Steven Jackson or Gilbert Arenas, like I said. He not built like that. He not tough like that. The people, Allen Iverson, those dudes grew up in the hood. They gangster. They about that life. John Wall do something, he about that. Boogie Cousin do something, he about that. Well, even I ain't gonna say Dame. I was gonna say Dame, but nah, I ain't gonna say all that. But Dame's more tougher than Ja. I'll say that. Anthony Edwards, tough like that. Ja Morant, nah. Well, you ain't built like that, bro. Where was this when Shannon Sharp was pressing your whole team? Ain't it funny when Ja goes up against someone who's about that life? He quiet. Shannon Sharp, Draymond Green, or who else? Anybody that's built like that, he quiet. He could go press Anthony Davis. Cause let's be fair, Anthony Davis. I ain't gonna say Anthony Davis is soft, but Anthony Davis ain't built like that. Come on, bro. AD is not built like that. When's the last time AD got into a fight? I'm really trying to think. When's the last time AD got to? AD not built like that. Do y'all remember the Olympics where this dude was on the ground getting spanked by the whole team? AD not built like that. I'll say this: he would fold Ja. Stop it. AD's like what 6'11", dudes diesel as hell. Come on, man. But AD once again, he not built like that. He could do that with the fake. He could do that with not tough guys or fake tough guys. Let Steven Jackson be in the league. Ron Artest, Ben Wallace. It'd be over. It'd be over for Ja. They will fold Ja like a lawn chair. He not built like that. For real, he not built like that. Now, do I think it was dumb for the NBA to suspend him for the thing last year? Yeah. But at the same time, he's not built like that. I'm sorry, he's not built like that. When's the last time Ja got into a fight? I seen Donovan Mitchell, who's really not about that life. He fought Dylan Brooks. Well, matter of fact, hold on. Time out. If my recollection comes to me good, didn't Donovan fight Dylan Brooks on the Memphis Grizzlies? Why didn't Ja Morant roll for his boy? Hold on, let me look that up real quick. Hold on, I gotta look that up real quick. I just had an epiphany. I just had an in-video epiphany. Donovan Mitchell versus Dylan Brooks fight. This happened. Yeah, he was with the Grizzlies. He wasn't with the Rockets yet. Oh, yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, that's a fact. Dylan Brooks and Donovan Mitchell fought on the Grizzlies. Well, when Dylan Brooks was on the Grizzlies. Where was Mr. Second Amendment there? Where was Mr. Flashbang there? Now, granted, I make jokes about Ja Morant. I call him Mr. Second Amendment. I call him Flashbang, whatever. But he not about that life. He not about that life. Yo, Donovan, why you ain't roll for your boy Dylan Brooks? If you really about that life, at least Dylan Brooks fought. Donovan Mitchell fought. I'm sorry, he's soft. He's soft. He over here throwing up gun signs and there. Ja, you never shot a gun in your life. And you wouldn't even know how to shoot a gun. If Gilbert Arenas was in the league, bro, it'd be raps. Yo, I wish Ja was in the early 2000s with Gilbert Arenas, Steven Jackson, Matt Barnes, Ron Artest, John Wall, all these, bro, Allen Iverson, all these people, nah. It'd be over. It'd be over for him. I'm forgetting about everybody else too. Boogie Cousins in the early 2010s. It'd be raps. It will literally be raps for Ja Morant. He's not tough. He's not tough. And this is not I hate Ja. I like Ja. He's one of my favorite players to watch. He's one of my favorite players to use in 2K as well, too. Once they drop that 100 overall Jamorant, I'm buying it on my team. But at the same time, he's just not built like that. Someone got to say, he's not built like that. The dude grew up. How you go from growing up in a white neighborhood, going to a white private school or white public school, both parents in the household, which I'm not knocking. I have no problem with that. Some people are just built. Listen, and this is probably a conversation beyond the sports thing, but I have to say it. Not every black person is ghetto. Not every black person is grown up in a single mother household. So you don't have to be built like that. You could be a Donovan Mitchell. Matter of fact, forget Donovan Mitchell or even like a Steph Curry. LeBron James and Kevin Durant, James Harden. These dudes grew up in the hood. These dudes grew up in that hood mentality, single mother type stuff, and they don't even act like that. Why does Ja Morant got to? I mean, granted, I know he's in Memphis. I know Memphis is the murder capital, whatever. Y'all are happy about that, but he ain't tough, and we gonna see it against OKC. He not tough, or we already have. It is what it is. That's my thoughts. What are yours? RJ out.